It's week 1 of the 2026 season, and we'll see who rules the skies in tonight's battle. It's the Eagles and the reigning Super Bowl champs on Thursday night primetime.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington.
The wait is finally over. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here in the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises, the rest of the league watching them go at it.
With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for a Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Here we go, set.
2nd and 9 now.
Got a man over the middle, Worthy.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw.
That's into the hands of Worthy once again.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Throw out wide to Walker.
It'll be a gain of 5. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Pass complete there to Nakua.
And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down.
Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the 1st round, getting the start.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the 1st. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
Open man is Barner, the tight end.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the 1st tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, They're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down. They'll look to throw again.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And a tackle there by C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
2nd and 5. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Myers' kick is good, and the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
He'll let this go for the end zone.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
And he's going to take this close to the 1st down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 36. They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much. Now following the field goal, what can this offense do? We're about to find out.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They're going to look to throw.
That's caught right side by Worthy.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 9. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
And Walker once more. Reed Blankenship delivering the hit. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
80 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Up the middle, here's Walker. And able to get this to the 31.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he will find his man on the outside. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Seahawks are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. He'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal.
Here we go, here we go.
Now to the ground, here's Walker.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal.
Here we go, set. 19 Lions. Ready?
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Myers' kick is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So into the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. In just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle.
No, they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Trap 60, trap 60. Come on, set. 79 Broncos. Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Ready?
They'll look to throw here. Flush to his right. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Oh, that's one as a quarterback where you put both hands on your helmet and say, I can't believe I just did that. If he puts a little more touch on that ball, the receiver's still running. Instead, it's just an incomplete pass.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So they surrendered 3 points, and now after the kickoff, this offense gets ready to take over the football. Now a play fake here on first down.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
This offense has had its troubles moving the ball all night. So now you get in this situation, hard to imagine that suddenly they're going to start clicking and moving the ball downfield.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10.
He's going to let it fly.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Inside a minute to go. Here's 2nd and 10 now.
Back to throw again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory.
Well, defensively there, you want to play it a little safe and keep the action in front of you. But you definitely aren't looking to give up plays like that. They still got the cushion of a 2-score lead, but don't give them a freebie here in the final minute.
And it's caught. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you're wondering what.
Well, partner, tonight was a great way to kick the season off. That before the game, probably as much pomp and circumstance to start a season as I can ever remember. And this is just game 1 of many to come. Sitting next to you, really looking forward to it.
As am I. Great to be back in booth with you for another season. Great to get this year underway. You and I both know interesting is going to be the word. An extra week now as part of that newer 17-game season. What a fun opener tonight. We know the better games are still on their way, but I'm glad that we got started.
So for the Eagles, they start the season with a great win on the road here in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos.